So what is going on, everybody? Fernando Silva here with another video, and if you guys saw the thumbnail of this video, I'm going to be reviewing my new favorite keyboard for the iPad Pro, or just my favorite keyboard in general, honestly. Great recommendation for anybody, but let's get right into it. So this is the new Satechi Slim X1 backlit keyboard that released very recently, and they dropped not only the compact one, but they also brought the one with the number pad as well. I opted for the shorter one, the smaller one, because I've been liking that a little bit more lately. It gives me a little bit more space on my desk, and I don't really use the number pad that much, and if I really need to use the numbers, I'll just use the top row. So that's kind of why I went with the smaller one this time. And then also, they finally put backlit keys on here, which is something that the old version didn't have, which I absolutely love because, as we all know, in the day of grinding, in the year of 2021, we're all working through the night. So having the backlit keyboard and not having to shine a super bright light over my keyboard is really beneficial. And if anyone has ever purchased a Satechi product, especially as of recently, you guys know that it matches the Apple aesthetic very well. Most of the products come in that space gray, in the aluminum, or even sometimes that nice gold champagne color, depending on the products that you choose. But for this keyboard, I went with the space gray option and the black keys, so it looks super minimalistic, and it also matches, like I said, all that Apple aesthetic with the space gray and the black that I really like. And the keyboard itself is actually super lightweight. I would consider it very similar to the compact Apple Magic keyboard, the one that you can buy separately, or the one that doesn't have the number pad. It's very similar in weight, and it's probably the same exact size. I actually own that Apple keyboard also, and from a size and dimension standpoint, they're pretty much identical. And even the way the ergonomics work, so there's a little bit of a lift, just like there is on the Apple keyboard. And then not only that, but in the box it comes with two little nubs, so if you want to get an even bigger lift on the keyboard, you can do that as well. I opted not to do it on this one, but I did have it on the last one. But for now, I'm just going to keep it as is. So this keyboard is actually made exclusively for macOS. Now, it will work on the Windows side, but the buttons are actually made for an Apple computer and even an Apple device, because it does work perfectly with iPadOS. So it has the command key, it has all the different functions on the top that would relate to macOS or to iPadOS. So if you do want to use it on the Windows, you definitely can. It will recognize as a keyboard and work as a keyboard. Just know that the buttons are made for a macOS computer. And then let's talk about that function row, right? Because it's something that the Magic Keyboard for the iPad Pro actually doesn't have. And that's one of the main reasons why I do like this keyboard for the iPad Pro, because it's small, it's minimal, and it does add that function row key, which we were missing on the Magic Keyboard. So on the top, you literally just have your escape, your brightness, your search button, your switch app button, which I don't really know what else to call that, your brightness for the actual backlit keys, the play, pause, forward and back buttons, mute, volume up, volume down, and then finally the eject button. So those are the buttons that you get on the top row. The one button that I wish they added to the function key on Satechi's keyboard, which the Apple Magic Keyboard has, not the Magic Keyboard that's built for the iPad Pro, but the regular Magic Keyboard, it has that F3 button which allows you to kind of open up all your apps, right? So kind of opens up all the windows and minimizes the windows so you can see all the different windows on your screen. And now that's something that you can use with the trackpad, so you can just swipe up on your trackpad and that happens that way, but I do wish that they had that one button because I do use that a lot on the Apple Magic Keyboard. And then for those backlit levels, you actually have 10 different backlight levels. So you can go as bright as you want or as dim as you want, depending on how much light you have in the room. And then to actually connect the keyboard itself, there's just an on-off switch on the back, which you'll be able to see. Again, very Apple-esque. All it has the red and the green indicators to let you know that it's off and on. And then also behind it, you get the USB-C port to charge the device, which I love way more than having to charge the Magic Keyboard with a lightning cable. And then you actually get the option to connect it up to 3 different devices, just like the older keyboards and just like the bigger keyboards. This one can still connect to 3 different devices. So I have this actually connected to my MacBook Air and then also my iPad Pro. And then there's wiggle room if somebody else wants to borrow, if my wife wants to borrow it and connect it to her laptop, she can use that third connection without messing up any of my connections. And then in terms of battery life, again, I've only had it for about a week and I really wanted to just test it out and see what the typing experience was like. I haven't had the chance to actually make the keyboard die down. They do promise up to 6 months on one full charge if you do not use a backlight, and I believe 3 months if you do use a backlight. So I did fully charge it one time, so I'll give you guys a report back the next time I do need to charge it. And as of right now, I just leave it wirelessly unplugged and I haven't turned it off either. So I'm leaving it on completely to see how many days of continuous, turned on it is. And it also has a sleep mode, so if you don't use it for 5 minutes and it goes to sleep, and all you have to do is just tap any button and then it auto reconnects, which is also a really nice thing to see. And then lastly, I want to talk about the actual typing experience, right? So the typing experience is beautiful. Again, very similar to the Magic Keyboard, very similar to the keyboards that you see on all the new MacBook Pros, very similar to the keyboard on the Magic Keyboard for the iPad Pro. count how many times I use the word keyboard in this video and leave it below, guys. But all in all, it's a great typing experience. You know, it has a great amount of key travel. It doesn't feel flat. It's very, very clicky, but not too loud also. So I'll give you guys a little soundbite of what it actually sounds like. And so far, I've just been very happy with it, and it fits the aesthetic very well. I like how it's small. I like that I went back to the smaller form factor of the keyboard, because I was just, the big one, I wasn't using all of the keyboard. I wasn't using the number pad, so I felt like it was just a waste of space. And then if I do want to bring my trackpad in, now I have enough room on the desk mat to have the trackpad on the left, keyboard in the middle, and then my mouse on the right. But that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to link the keyboard below if you guys want to check it out. I think it's a great purchase, great gift, great work from home situation also. If you guys do need a keyboard, I think this is a great way to go because it's quality, it's by a good brand, it follows that Apple aesthetic that we all seem to love. It's cool to the touch, made out of metal, great key travel, great battery life, and being able to connect to multiple devices is awesome, and that it's built for mostly Apple products. But that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully everybody enjoyed this one and kind of was able to show off one of these products and make you guys make an informed decision, because that's why I'm here. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, peace.